Things have changed in a couple of years, eh? The family came to the airport, waited for a while just to get a couple quick seconds with you. What's that like?
My family's great. I haven't seen them in a while. So just for them to be at the airport, you know, I was trying not to get emotional, but it meant a lot.
The thing for me that's interesting with you with the RBC crest on the chest is that is a bit a family for you. Your dad was an RBC athlete, but also worked for RBC, as did your mom, and now it's come full circle and you're representing the brand.
It's really funny seeing me wear this RBC because this is my parents' stuff. You know, my parents worked there, so, you know, I feel like I've always been a part of it. So to finally, you know, be here and make it official is just great.
What does the itinerary and the schedule look like for you recently?
Well, recently, just been working out in Los Angeles, you know, trying to get better.
The pride of north of the border, R.J. Barrett.
This guy is one of those guys who is destined to be a pro.
His dad was a very good player, Rowan Barrett.
Now when people reference you, it's Rowan is your dad. You're not his son. What's that like? The dynamic has shifted real quick.
I told him that would happen. I've been telling him that for, you know, for a couple of years, but I'm honored to have him as a dad, so love you, Pop.
Last summer, RJ started what has been a whirlwind year. The teenager set out on his road to the NBA by following in his father Rowan's footsteps, suiting up for the Canadian national team in its pursuit of an Olympic berth in 2020.
R.J. Barrett really announced his presence on the international stage.
All the guys, they really embraced me and made me feel like I was at home, and they had a lot of confidence in me.
He's very talented. You know, he grew into his big feet that he had when he was younger. We expect big things, you know, from him in the future for sure.
He's an aggressive player, and I think that's important for someone his age. That shows a lot about his confidence. And as long as he keeps confident and keeps being aggressive and understands that he does have a lot he needs to work on and develop, I think he's going to be very good at the next level.
On the heels of a successful international summer, RJ then turned his attention to the Duke Blue Devils and got his first taste of the spotlight in his own backyard.
When those Duke games were in Canada, you walked into the building and there were 8,000 people there, and 95% of them were cheering for Duke. For RJ to be this big of a fish in this big of a pond, to me, has never really happened before.
It definitely meant a lot to me to play in my hometown in Mississauga. We put on a show, we had lots of fun, and I feel like it was a success.
I'll tell you, R.J. Barrett can play, man. The great freshman R.J. Barrett.
We haven't seen many like him.
In RJ's case, he's exceeded the very, very high expectations I've had for him. You know, he comes from an amazing family. To be exposed to the Canadian program, both those things have added to his level of maturity, and he's a terrific player and a terrific young man.
R.J. Barrett has tremendous ability. He is beyond his years as a player.
Going into the year, I didn't really know what to expect, but everything ended up great. I was thankful that I was able to go there.
I thought Duke was a great kind of training ground. Dealing with all the hoopla, all the people, the fans, just kind of learning how to shut out the noise and focus on the task at hand. And I think so he got great training in just a number of areas this year.
He's going to be a solid NBA player. Right out of the gate, he'll be an impact player.
After putting up historic numbers in his freshman season at Duke, RJ is a projected top 3 pick in the NBA draft. And now a childhood dream is on the cusp of becoming a reality.
I've always wanted to make it to the NBA and be on a team, so whatever team, you know, drafts me, I'm going to be happy with.
R.J. Barrett, certainly another star player out of the great country of Canada.
It's exciting and there's opportunity. There's also pressure on this kid. He's under a microscope unlike any basketball player in Canadian history has ever been under.
He's an extraordinary talent, and I think R.J. Barrett's going to have a spectacular career.
I'm clearly very proud. I don't know how a father couldn't be proud. He's determined. You know, getting drafted is not the goal, it's a part of the goal.
I tell everybody this, I'm gonna cry backstage, no one's gonna see me do it, but I'm just gonna be, you know, overwhelmed, just so joyful, and, you know, to finally hear my name called and then, you know, be in the NBA, that would be great. And once all that settles in, it's right back to work.